Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah, we rolling?
Yep.
Yeah, what's good, everybody?
What up, though? It's another episode, lightly seasoned. How you guys doing? How's the week going? How you been, brother?
Man, been chilling, overseeing this this project going on at the crib. Other than that, you know, same old work, wins and losses, all of that good stuff.
I hear that. You know, going through the motions. But, you know, I see that the end project is looking pretty good for the project at your house, though.
Yeah, it's taking forever and a day.
That's how it goes, though, man. That's how it goes. Sometimes, you know, you plan for things and things don't always work out the way they're supposed to, but, you know, it ends up how it's supposed to be. So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But it is an upgrade.
Yeah. Definitely
is an upgrade. So, yeah, man. So what you been up to other than that, man? You been checking out some of the news, been reading up on some things?
Nah, not really, man. I mean, I know some shit's happened. You know what I mean? Out there in the world. Nothing, I haven't read anything too specific, though. I know a couple of people passed, but that seems to be the norm at this point.
Yeah. I want to say, what is it, Jay the Youngin?
I think that's his name.
I don't want to get it wrong, so I'll cross check that real fast. I believe it's Jay the Youngin that passed recently with his father, and I think it was a drive-by shooting in his old town, right?
Yeah, did his father pass too?
Yeah, both
Jeez.
of them. Yeah, they got both of them, unfortunately.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's Jay the Youngin, and New Orleans rapper. I actually really thought he was a Florida rapper, honestly.
Yeah, for some reason I thought he was from Jacksonville.
Yeah, like maybe he was around there a lot. I think he was in a Young and Ace video and things like that. So people kind of associated him with the whole Florida thing. Maybe he was living out there, but they said he was visiting his old neighborhood with his dad, and then, you know, unfortunately, things happened, things transpired, and, you know, things got messy, and you lost two souls. But, you know, I think the bigger point is that really the dangerous part is really just dealing with, like, what rappers have to deal with, gangster rappers, really, realistically, though. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's every rapper, but I think this is coming down to gangster rappers, trap rappers have the most dangerous job. Obviously, you see the YSL thing, so you have a whole legal thing now, right?
Yeah.
And then now you have the whole dangerous part of you really can't go back to your neighborhood. You have
supposedly, speaking on that, supposedly they might be going after Little Baby next.
Yeah, they were saying Little Baby, and I forgot who Playboy Cardi was thrown in there too.
Cardi?
Yeah, potentially.
Who put Cardi's name in there?
I mean,
they probably know Cardi and trying to give him some hype.
Maybe. I mean, honestly, every time he performs on stage, he definitely has a cult-like following. But
yeah.
I don't see him as gang related like that. But who knows? I've heard some things here and there. But at the same time, I think that's just on some regular everyday man-ish. You know what I'm saying? More than that's like a gangster. You know, affiliated with the whole Rico thing. I just don't see it. Mm-hmm. And honestly, Baby's been cleaned up for a good little while now. So I'm not, like, he could be a shot caller, but I doubt that he's wasting his time doing that because he sees how much money he's able to make. Literally just seeing him on the stage at Rolling Loud, and, you know what I mean? Looked like everybody enjoyed his presence there. So I just don't see why he would entertain anything else besides just doing that. I mean, unless it's going into acting and expanding on his career. But anything else is just, like, not even worth it. Even to put on his old block. Like, his block can work for him by them being, like, party promoters or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I just don't think it's just a smart way of going about business.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, but no, it is a dangerous job. You have the RICO things. You have, like, you really can't go back to your old neighborhood for the most part. I see Kodak does it a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's on 1800 block, but like, that's usually not a thing.
What's usually not a thing? Say that again.
Neighborhoods, rappers going back to their neighborhoods. Or trap rappers. Not even trap rappers. Really, like, drill type rappers can't go back to their neighborhoods as much.
I mean, they still in the neighborhoods until they kind of blow up.
But yeah, once they leave, they usually don't go back. And when they do,
the smart ones.
Yeah, because I mean, look at all the deaths recently from people going back to their neighborhoods, right? You throw young.
That's like beating a dead horse talking about this, though.
Like, it's just too many. So like, you really shouldn't go back to your old neighborhood. I think you could just help from afar. You know what I'm saying? I think you can, try to pay people to come out of that area. It's better doing that than going into the area. You can control the situation if you're bringing people out of the area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rent an Airbnb, do a what's the Verbo or whatever?
Yeah, one of those apps.
Yeah, like you could do any one of those, and at any point you could have like 10, 15 of your closest people there rather than you going to see them. Yeah, it's way more expensive, but you still have your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, but then again, it all depends on what style of rap, because none of this shit happens to Chance the Rapper, right? He's in the heart, like, he's in
Very
Chicago.
True.
And they would say most Chicago.
That's not his energy, though.
Yeah, I feel like it's whatever energy you put out there, right?
Yeah.
It's a huge thing. It's a huge thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just a kind of a sad and depressing point at, like, picking, like, such a art form that you will feel so proud about. Like, yo, I'm a rapper. I get to boast. I get to brag. And then next thing you know, your life can be taken short. You know what I'm saying? You now have to really walk around with security or an avert amount of artillery on you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it just becomes like a major thing. Speaking of which, too, like, I had a friend working Rolling Loud, too, doing security, and he told me, like, a girl that you wouldn't even suspect had, like, the most amount of guns there. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a ridiculous, like, 17 different types of
Wait, was she security?
No, my homeboy was security.
No, I'm saying, was the girl security? Or was she trying to come in with guns?
I guess that might have been her crew / security, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, it was just a ridiculous amount.
No, I'm not. Are you saying that she's a part of security? Or are you saying she was an attendee of the concert trying to come in with guns?
No. My friend was working the artist area. I'm going to be very clear. My friend was working the artist area at Rolling Loud, and he was telling me that the person that had the most amount of guns was an artist, and it was a female artist. And she had about 17 different guns on her and her crew. You know what I'm saying? Her and her crew. But, like, obviously they put them to the side, held them in their own locker, and, they can't get to them until they're leaving the premises.
You got to be a Florida artist. To.
I'm assuming. Or they drove down.
If they drove down, you can't drive down with your gun.
Oh, yeah, you can. I mean, you could drive pretty much anywhere with your gun. It's not like there's a bunch of checkpoints with, metal detectors. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you could definitely drive down with your gun. It's just flying down or flying up or anywhere with a gun is a whole lot trickier. You know what I'm saying? You can, though. You definitely can. I've seen YouTube videos and things like that. You have to have it locked up, certain locks in certain places, things like that. You have to have a certain clearance when it comes to that. You're concealed, and your conceal has to be cleared in that state.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but I'm saying that's flying. But driving as an artist, I don't think they're thinking that much about it. They should, but it shouldn't really. Honestly,
I know gun licenses are state things. You have to be licensed in the state to carry it in the state. As far as I know,
not necessarily. Florida's gun like concealed license or permit or whatever carries over in a decent amount of states.
That's if they.
I'm just saying, like, I looked it up. I actually Googled this before and asked a few people too.
That's if they accept it. You know what I mean?
No, it's like a hand-in-hand thing. Like, you get it here, you're good over there. You can double check with that state if it's currently good and valid, but for the most part, you should be okay. But I mean, either way, honestly, to me, I just think that's just kind of ridiculous to go with that many guns to a concert that people want to see you at. You know what I'm saying? Or a festival, excuse me. And a festival is like a...
Which artist?
No, he didn't really give up the sauce, so I didn't really go that deep. He just said a female. But, you know, you could probably look at the whole female lineup in Rolling Loud and guess it from there. You know what I'm saying?
That's too much work.
That's way too much work. But, no, I mean, anyways, I mean, honestly, when it comes to that, though, it's like, would you rather get caught with it or... you know, a scenario where, you know, you can't return fire or do anything. I don't think you need 17 guns.
I mean, if I'm an artist, you know, that's what security's for.
Let me ask you, like, obviously, you know, artist has a budget, things like that. You're on the come up. You're just strong enough to move out the hood, and you know. Go to LA, right? So let's just say that's step 1 or 2 in your year. You finally got your pub money back, everything good. Now for expenses, what point and where would you use security at? Obviously, some places are going to provide security in the club for you, but like when you're going home,
if I'm an artist with a little bit of money, public settings for sure.
All public settings?
Yeah.
Because it depends on where you live too.
Am I traveling or is this where I live? Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
am I living in LA?
You're living in LA.
I'm walking with security.
Well, in LA, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Now, if you're living in like Parkland or Weston, you might not.
Not so much.
Might not need that.
Yeah, not so much.
I don't think you would. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I just think LA is a little different right now. LA is definitely hot boy status and robbery season.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
It's get down or lay down season.
And then let's say if it's in Atlanta, if I'm going to the mall, yeah. I'm not a big mall person anyways.
Who still goes to the mall? Like,
there's certain people with stores that they already have their custom garments and, you know, they
yeah, I mean, yeah.
So like it's really those, or you're really doing the quick pickup of those shoes that you've seen online. And then, you know, you're doing it the rapper way. You're going to the store, picking it up and wearing it that night. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
something for the gram.
Something for the gram, or if you have a show, or you know, hey, you're touching down at a place and you want to go to, like, let's say you're going down south and hey, I want to go to Kiki on the River or some shit like that, or I want to go to Live or something. Let me get some new kicks really quick, or let me get this really quick. You know, that's more of an instantaneous, but real shopping where you want to keep that in your closet or maybe sport it more than once or something, you're gonna just go online. Have that sent over the crib, you feel me? I definitely see that.
Yo, you seen your boy Serge Ibaka? There was this reel going around of Serge Ibaka's facial routine.
What's he got going now?
He's got like a 6 or 8 step routine, but the funny part is that he uses like avocado skins, right?
Yeah.
And when I saw him have the avocado and talk about the avocado skin, I'm like, all right, what is he gonna do with it? Are you gonna make a mask? He's gonna make a mask with the avocado skin. So I'm thinking he's gonna like blend the shit up or crush it down so it's like a paste or something. The nigga takes rubber bands around his face with avocado skins just open on his face, tied down with rubber bands.
So he looks like the dude from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, but with avocado skins on his face,
That's kinda
looking
funny.
crazy.
That's wild.
Where have we gotten to with the male grooming?
It looks like the mask without it being on the face.
There's no
But it's
mask
on-
though.
No, I'm just saying it looks
It's
like
just pieces. It's just avocados.
No, I'm saying, but you know, like the how the mask was, and it looked like old and shriveled when it wasn't on Jim Carrey's face. That's what I'm saying. It looks like that.
But it wasn't a mask. It was just
it's
avocados
it's a
tied
wannabe
down.
mask.
Yeah, bro. It's just like, if I got to do all of that now just to get good skin, I might not have good skin. That's a bit much. And it's like he put that on Instagram, like, yo, like this is the vibe right now.
Salad face. Move.
Yo, that was quite possibly one of the funniest things I've seen in a good long time.
Yeah, I couldn't. I don't know. Like that. That's just not. I mean, you
He
know
does
what?
have good skin though. I'm not going to say he doesn't have good skin. Pause. But that's a bit much.
Yeah. I mean, he's always had like a. I'm sure just off of genetics, he has a tighter face because he's from like Africa. So you know what I'm saying. That good skin is just genetically going to be there, but I'm sure that tactic might work. Plus other things that he's doing along with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what's the weirdest home remedy or like shit like that you've ever tried?
I mean, honestly, the weirdest one to me was way back in the day where they kept saying toothpaste was like good for pimples or some weird shit like that.
That's it? The toothpaste for pimples? I mean, it works. It dries it out.
Yeah, but I still always felt like that was hella weird. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
not weird compared to some of the
home remedies. Let's see.
Home remedies. Some of the home remedies or some of the things you see. Some of the things you see online.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I've seen a lot of those, like the charcoal mask fails and shit like that, where it's just ripping skin and shit like that. I've definitely seen that a lot. So there's.
I know one of the trends that never worked for me was that charcoal toothpaste. That shit don't work for nothing.
Oh, the charcoal toothpaste. I had it. It was okay.
I had it too. It didn't really do nothing.
Yeah, it was just toothpaste.
It just was black everywhere.
Yeah. It just darkened up your sink and everything.
Yeah, like it was the. Listen, talk about a waste.
Yeah, I didn't think that. I kind of hopped off of it after the first, like, I had a Costco box, so I had to go through it. But, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, I've had that before. It definitely wasn't worth it. That little red tube version of Colgate or whatever, 2 thumbs up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but none of that charcoal stuff works. My opinion, don't waste your money on that charcoal stuff.
Hell nah.
What else? You ever seen that mouthpiece with the lights?
Yeah, you know what? There was a lady at the kiosk down there. I want to say the USA Flea Market or right around there.
Don't trust those kiosk people.
No, I'm just saying, like, my homegirl owned like a little salon, and I was doing a shoot for her or whatever. And she ended up having a show on Oxygen or whatever, but she had one in her store where she had a vendor in her store doing that same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like $50 or whatever like that. You put the glowy shit in your mouth paws, and it looks like fucking Kanye's glasses from the Stronger video or whatever, glowing up, looking crazy, and then apparently your teeth gets mad white after. I was just like, okay, I never actually tried it.
I never seen that shit work either.
Oh, that people say it doesn't work?
I've seen somebody do it, and I didn't see a noticeable difference.
Yeah, you know what? Most people, I think, like that did it. Honestly, that I remember doing it back in the day that I seen ended up getting veneers anyways. Like for real, like
Veneers.
Yeah, I'm being dead serious. Like most of them got veneers after they tried. They really went through a lot of remedies. I'll get like for the people that tried, I gotta, you know, there was a couple females that, you know what I'm saying, like they would look good, but the teeth wasn't all the way there. Next thing you know, they'll try that little light shit, and you know it will look a little bit better, but it wasn't like whoa, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like how you see veneers and you're just like, yeah, that's a clear change and a clear difference. You got the fucking Shannon Sharp teeth, you know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Oh my gosh.
But nah, he literally said, yeah, that was like the first thing. He said that was the first thing he got when he got money, was he got his teeth done. So, I mean, hey.
That's what most of them do.
Yeah, I mean, he figured he was going to be on TV and stuff like that. I figure if you're going to be on TV, I get it. Can't be having like some crazy looking chompers, you know what I'm saying?
Snaggletooth.
Yeah, it looks a little wild. You could have a little imperfections here and there. Sometimes it works. Even a gap tooth, like it works for straight hand. But if you're getting mad comments, and it's not even the comments, if it's just looking kind of crazy and it's not just the person thinking about it, but like people recognizing you off it, then you use that. But if people aren't recognizing you off of it, then keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Facts.
Oh, yo, did I tell you about that whole celebrity game shit though?
Nah, talk about it. You were telling me about it loosely, but you never really. Oh yeah, you said Tory was there balling.
Yeah. There was
and it was a whole bunch of fucking.
Nah, there was a decent amount of people there. I'll give it that. There was people that were supposed to be there that I didn't see. Andre Drummond was supposed to be there. I think. Who else was supposed to be there? I mean, Ace Hood. I didn't see him.
Who was there?
I'll tell you who was there. There was Fredo Bang, Tory Lanez, like you said.
Who was balling too?
Balling wise, on the blue team, which had Tory and Fredo, I want to say T.O. T.O. was literally.
Oh yeah, T.O.'s a baller though.
Yeah. T.O. literally was.
He was trying to get
team.
into the big three, but Ice Cube was hating.
Really?
Yeah, Ice Cube only wants like basketball players.
But now, I mean, honestly, I felt like T.O. could have.
I thought so too.
Like from watching T.O. play that game, and then there was other actual like street ball former players that like are, you know, YouTube and internet personalities that play basketball, and they, you know, high flyers. And
I wouldn't mind seeing some of the N1 niggas in the shit.
I'm not sure if one of them was. It might have been one of the high flyers, but he was. I want to say it was Slim or something like that, but dude was going in on the dunks. Who else was there?
It would kind of make Big Three a little more fire.
I really think actually if you would have like a T.O., that would be a nice little extra to it, because you do have street ball, like you do have a few players that people don't know on there.
Yeah, but you don't have no like cross you up niggas. Not at all.
Nah, I mean that's not. I don't think that's the point of the big three. You still want to have a certain game, but that's not T.O.'s game anyways. He plays like a strong guard. So like, and there's people that could guard him, and there's people that probably can't guard him. I would like to see that actually. I think he could play in the big three. He's not like he's not like just removed from football, so he's gonna have like real basketball finesse. Like he works his post game now because he's older. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see that working. I can see that working for sure. They had some performances over at the and this charity game was with I want to say it was called Ignite the Youth or something like that. And they had a charity game over at FAMU with all these people, and it's
at FAMU?
Not FAMU, FMU. Sorry, Florida Memorial University. And we were out there. It was pretty cool. I was out there with Dirty. He was representing Hip Hop Weekly, one of the owners, and it was a nice little vibe, man. It was cool out there for about like an hour or so. Pulled up, a few other like Instagram female models was playing too. I can't recall all their names, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Like it was cool. Definitely
You were
nice.
saying there was a bunch of Cuban links in the crowd.
A few, you know what I'm saying? But then a lot of local artists too that came out, popped up, showed their face, and you know, I think this other YouTuber named King Sid, he has like a million subscribers or some shit like that. So like, you know, they had some personalities out there.
Yeah,
at least.
we've been kind of gone for a good little week. Niggas was kind of busy. You know what I mean? I mean, you went to Rolling Loud, right?
Yeah, all 3 days.
Yeah, I know that must have been tough.
Yeah, it was really hot. I mean, it's okay, look.
I know it was tough.
Yeah. As far as the working side of Rolling Loud, it's a lot tougher than it looks. I'll say that. It's never really fun because you have to get there on a certain time. You have to be there you don't have to necessarily be there for a certain time, but if you really want to cover it the right way, you probably want to be there for a certain time. And it's hard to navigate everywhere you want to, even if you have the cart system. It's just a lot of communication that you have to do. Even with the best communication, the best, you know, game planning, things change.
Yeah.
You know, people don't, you know, I'm not going to say people didn't show up on stage on time, but like, let's just say, you know, if you have an interview set up, they might not do it in the beginning. They might catch you after because they ran into something. They might have a whole nother interview set up, and then they're going to come out. So it's just a lot of shit to deal with. You know what I'm saying? But it was a good time. Day one, we were out there, pulled up. The first thing we really caught was the end of AB's performance, which is Antonio Brown.
AB performed out there.
Yeah. And actually on Academic's page, it was rumored to say that he had the best performance of the day.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, people were really fucking with him. And, you know, it was the pit of the palace, and he was on the Go Puff stage, and yeah, I'll say
The Go Puff stage, okay.
Yeah, Go
Yeah,
Puff.
letting anybody be a sponsor nowadays.
As long as you got the pay, and it was a big stage too. I would say that was the second biggest stage for sure.
Yeah,
and it was probably just as comparable as the Ciroc stage too. I'm not gonna say that was the second biggest stage because that was the stage that same night Dirk actually closed too. And he brought Kanye out. But before that, I do want to give a shout out to Antonio Brown and who gave the layup. And Amanda, she put the introduction or whatever like that. But Antonio Brown, cool dude, real hospitable. You know what I'm saying? I could tell he really likes being an artist. I can really tell. If I had to put my bottom dollar on if the NFL were to call him, or if he says, hey, to go on tour somewhere, he's choosing the tour.
He's choosing the tour?
That's for sure. What's up. Like, I don't think the pay matters to him, any of that. And they're taking care of him from what I could see. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's, you know, like, he's still well paid. I think he probably is, you know, didn't fuck his money over. You know what I'm saying? I'm just guessing from the sideline and how his demeanor was. You know what I'm saying? You know, the media could put a lot of shit on you, but from what I at least seen, and from the moment I was there, I just kind of got to observe him a little bit. Yeah, cool dude, real hospitable, really loves being an artist. I think he may have a future as long as he has the hits to back it up. He just needs the hits. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people are fucking with him. I think Kanye's giving him beats and shit like that, right?
Yeah, he fucking with Kanye heavy.
So, you know, that's drip plus beats, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might get a little verse. So,
you ran into anybody else on Friday?
Besides him, we pulled off for a bit while we were backstage.
I know it was hot too.
Yeah, it was hot. So, and that first day, none of the people that was supposed to ride us around in the carts got us around in the carts. Nobody knew where the staff area was or not even the staff area, but for
the
media,
press.
the press, all that. It was super confusing. They had a map with no like directions of actually having the streets on the outside, so you kind of know where you're at. it just didn't really work out how I pictured it was supposed to. To me, I actually thought 2019 their placement was better.
Yeah, 2019 was all right.
Yeah, like
I remember the systems are definitely way better.
Yeah, I want to say the system was a lot better on that. The cool part was, I would say, in Rolling Loud though, like knew a lot of people working security, so like there was a lot of places that we were already good to go, but if anything were to happen, I was good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like more than good, from the entrance all the way to places backstages and shit like that.
Was parking the same place?
No. We had a different setup, so we actually parked with the staff, and then they had like a little charter bus take you over there and drop you right in. But actually, it's better for the exit. Seriously, a lot better for the exit. So it kind of, it all depends on how you looked at it. Like now, on the beginning setup, like how we had it at WorldStar for 2019, that would have been a bitch carrying all that, but if we would have left it set up there, it would have been better going on that staff bus and getting chartered back. Just because the way they set it up, they let you just hit the highway and go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else gets funneled out in a long ass way, massive blocking traffic. Because the first night, we didn't even park with the staff, so getting out took at least an hour and a half. So it was just like I sat there. Even though I got back at a decent time, it was mostly sitting through traffic, leaving right when Dirk's performance was about to start. And the only reason why we were leaving, because it was basically starting to drizzle and started drizzling really hard. So it was like, all right.
So it was raining.
Yeah, it was basically about to rain, but it stopped. It stopped right when we started walking, though. Like right when we walked kind of out the area, we're backstage to ready to try to walk back in and be backstage for the shots, right? And we were in a good position. Everything was ready to go. And next thing you know, that rain started. I was like, all right, man, let's just get up on out of here. We're out here all day. You know what I'm saying? We have 2 more days. No need to be out in the rain, potentially get sick. And then next thing you know, hey, yeah, you heard about the Kanye's out here. You know what I'm saying? So he brought out Kanye. And,
you saw the performance?
No. This is when we walked out. So everybody that I knew that was there ended up kind of doing the same thing. Because it started raining. They're like, yeah, fuck that. And most people that I knew there was going to be there as far as media, press, and, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whether they're doing management or whatever, or even doing I had a homie working the Twitch stream for all of Rolling Loud. So as far as that stage, doing all the cuts, things like that, we had that person. We had, there was more people out there too, bro. Like it was actually a good little time too, because and it was an eventful time. Besides backstage 2 Chainz and that, I want to go back to AB. That whole Loud Club shit they had like a little club area, but it was an open face club, obviously, just with a bunch of couches and nice bottles there, things like that. It was a Ciroc Loud Club, from what I can tell. That's what it looked like. So. A lot of people were in there. You had Buddy Hield in there. You had Victor Oladipo in there. Had a few other stars in there, media personalities, the owners of Rolling Loud there, Tarek and Matt. You know what I'm saying? They got to check them out. No, it was a good little time. And Nobu was actually doing the food there. Apparently there was like 100K dishes and table service. Yeah. I didn't know that because this nigga AB offered food 5, 6, 7 times, and I actually said no 5, 6. But when I heard the 100K, I said, you know what? I should have hollered at that sushi everybody was talking about. But they're like, yo, you want sushi? I was like, nah, because really, I don't know if you guys listened to the podcast a few weeks ago, but we were talking about not trying to be out and eating because you really don't. In that scenario,
oh my god, porta potty.
Yeah, in that scenario, it would have been a porta potty. like there was a VIP area where it wasn't necessarily porta potties. They had like
bathrooms,
like the bathrooms in the fucking
like
portable
buildings with the bathrooms inside.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They had those in that VIP area, so that was like, maybe
the artist area too,
in the artist area, but in the media area, not so much. And I was just like, the only thing I was doing was drinking.
Yo, I remember 2019.
Drinking water.
The media bathroom was like a bathroom, like a real deal bathroom. That shit was heaven. And it was air conditioned.
Oh, yeah. And like, you used to just take the visit to go in there because not a lot of people were able to be in that one. So it's like, all right, let me just go in here and get some AC.
Hang out.
And just go hang out, because that's how that AC play. That's how that one was. Like this one, like I said, this go around, great performances, great to see everybody. But I'll say there was a few flaws in some of the setups. You know what I'm saying? I want to say,
what's up with Kanye though? Like, well, I didn't understand that whole vibe, right? Like,
I think that was a big fuck you to
Cudi. Had to have been, but like, he was the headliner, then Cudi comes in to be the headliner, and then Dirk performs and brings Kanye out.
Yeah, I don't think
while Cudi's performing.
All right, now I don't think originally it was a big F you to Cudi at first, because I don't think Cudi was ever in the mix, right?
Yeah.
But I think, the deal fell through. Maybe Kanye couldn't get as much money as he wanted. And then also, he is a billionaire, so it's like he could really kind of do whatever he wants.
Just say fuck, like he don't. At the end of the day, he really don't need.
Even if it's 2 point or 5 million or whatever he was asking.
Yeah.
Does he really need it if you got a billion?
He's getting chunks, like 100, 200, 300 million dollar chunks.
So I'm trying to be in that mindset of thinking, why did he turn it down? But there's a multitude of reasons. He doesn't have to, didn't want to, or you know what? Maybe it was like, maybe I'm gonna start doing my own festivals or whatever. Maybe there's something to it. I don't know.
He damn sure can in Wyoming.
Oh yeah, he could easily make the Yay Fest and call it a day.
And he could eat, because there ain't nothing.
The Yay Fest.
Ain't nothing around. Ain't nothing around, so he could build the house. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like his Airbnbs, his hotels, all of that shit.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm saying, like, with Kanye doing that, I was just like, okay, it's hard to figure out what he
car rental, whole nine. He could do everything.
Kill it.
Food.
Kill it. Top to bottom. He could come out winning.
Yeezy World.
Bro, think about this. Yeezy World. I mean,
all in Wyoming.
I don't think he'll do Yeezy World because Astro World he's too close.
What else would you call it? Disney World. I mean, all the fucking theme parks have world in it.
Yeeverse.
The Yeezyverse.
The Yeezyverse.
Oh my gosh.
See now that.
Hey! You heard it first right here.
Yep.
Kanye, if you use that,
what up?
You better holla at your boys.
You know what I'm saying? Hit us up. We don't want just free tickets.
We just planned out how you can make more billions of dollars.
Yeah. And I think, maybe that was a part of it, but either way, the result was, I think right when he heard Kid Cudi coming on, and he was like, nah, fuck that. not saying that was simultaneously. It was just, Kid Cudi's like, I think he found out a day or two before the actual thing that Kid Cudi was actually gonna step in. So it's like, oh, word? Since they have like a little tiff going on.
Yeah. A little tiff.
Yeah, they got a little tiff going on, and I think it was just like, oh, word, you're gonna do that? So I'm just gonna shortchange you by actually coming out there doing a new song that I got with Dirk, and then step in, step out, and guess what? You and him perform at the same time. So what do you think's gonna happen? we're doing all Chicago here. You know, he's gonna, on Donda. He's on that time. So I think honestly, that's what that was. That was just a little petty move. And it started raining bottles on Kid Cudi from there. Water bottles, really.
Yeah, for real.
I heard
he left the performance, right?
Yeah. And speaking of which, like I said, shout out to the homie Brandon that was doing the Twitch stream and everything like that. He actually told me, he was like, one of the main reasons why he took the job. He was like, honestly, it's not like the pay was that great or wanted to really be out here, but these performances, like he's like a Kendrick fan, a Kanye fan, and and he's a fan of Kid Cudi. So either way, he was just like, he was on the side where Kid Cudi, and he was like, yeah, there was a whole lot of bottles going there, about 50, 60 bottles just flying at different times and just little waves. And it was just like, when he got off, I was like, he was like, man, it was the first night. He was like, I was waiting the whole night to just see this, finally get to see Kid Cudi. It's more, for him, it's more of a reminiscent because he, got to listen to him a little bit in high school or college or whatever. So I'm like, man, I feel you, man. It sucks, though. It just sucks that you took a whole big gig and next thing you know, bam.
Hey, I mean, he got paid.
No, he still got paid. It was like anybody there too. There was like, I want to say Kodak was on stage, and I seen a young like Miami Metro PD cop or whatever out there. It looked like it took everything in her fucking soul not to sing every word. But there was another chick that had little baby up there. She was out here rapping, hands up, looking like she was catching the Holy Ghost right here. So I guess it all depends on who's the worker or whatever. But it was pretty funny, like but honestly, day one was pretty cool. And
when did you see all the bodies?
I want to say it was day two, because day one we were on like I said, it was the Loud Club side. It was, that whole thing was a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the ladies there, shout out to the service, shout out to the people there. It was a nice vibe. Got to even see Randy out there. Shout out to Randy too.
Shout out Randy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a nice vibe, man.
Randy Acker, attorney at law.
Yeah, man. And passed by Manny's Bodega, passed by, and that's Young Money. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Like, hooked it up with the whole Cookies exclusive Florida batch out there. You know what I'm saying? So that was nice, a little care package. That was fun to try out. But that was day one, and day one also news came out that I think Soulja Boy versus Charleston White.
Yeah, I saw that too. I didn't know who Charleston White was until you and somebody else was telling me about it.
Somebody else broke him down too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I want to say he's a sensationalist, but some of the things he says is true. You know what I'm saying? It's just in a sensationalized form, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Like, that's about it. It's like more like it's on 10 though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
pepper sprayed Soulja Boy.
Pepper sprayed Soulja Boy. That was, to me, that was pretty. I'm gonna say honestly, just hearing pepper spray and like rapper is just so that's outlandish. Funny. Is funny. Like, you got, like, I think even Soulja Boy is like kind of laughing some of it off. Like, he actually pressed charges on Soulja Boy. He says pressed charges on Soulja Boy.
Yeah. And how? For what?
I don't know. Running up on him. I don't know. That was a charge, but hey. But then again, I mean, if there is video, it does. He said they stopped the truck right in the middle of the road, hopped out the car, and started beelining straight to him. So you could put self-defense. Well, you might get one of those restraining orders, so you could probably do whatever else if anything else happens. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. One of the biggest. Yeah. Anything else popped off?
As far as like craziness,
other than the bodies.
All right, now day two. All right, day two had It ended off with Future. Shout out to the Godfather of the trap and you know, being hard on them.
Toxic
you know what I'm saying?
King, hard on hoes, man.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? That was a great performance. The bodies really started with Ski Mask and Slump God. I want to say, like, man, like but then again, if I seen that, what was Astro World? You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh man,
I want to say I seen people getting thrown out, slung out. I seen little chicks getting thrown out like men. You know, I seen people it looked like they were ragdoll from heat exhaustion. But shout out to the venue. They're giving out waters, throwing out waters as much as possible. They had like those little pouch rations with like the army ration things. I didn't drink any of that shit, but you know, I just took the water that was the medics had and the little ice area. I just kept sipping off of that by the Twitch area. We also got to see Brittany Renner out there too.
Yeah, she was there again doing the interviews. I saw Kodak shoot his shot.
Yeah, he definitely shot his shot. She was pretty much posted by like the Twitch stage for the most part, and then she would go do her little exclusive interviews and, you know, kind of come back and shit like that. It's probably a smart ass idea because it was like a little bit away from everybody, but you still kind of had all the amenities. Plus, really, that area really had enough elbow space. That was really the main reason. I was like, man, wherever I was at, we were walking around the crowds in the back of the stages, things like that. It was just to avoid, you know, the monkey pox or whatever this shit is. So at the end of the day, like
the monkey pox and the funk.
Yeah, you know. But like I said, there was still a lot of outfits out there. Like I guess Rolling Loud is definitely 21, so there was a lot of females out there looking pretty thumbs up. I'll say, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of biddies in the city. Yeah,
no, it was cool. And day two, like I said, the body started flying in with him. Uzi definitely had a flood of people. I want to say 200 people easily.
Yeah.
From
he went non-binary. He went they them on him.
I don't even know what the hell that means, but I get it.
He went they. He's no longer he, him. He's a they them.
You think that?
I don't know if it's still true, if it was a joke, but he definitely did it.
So I'm a they them. He's just not trying to share that money with JT. I'm a they them. It's not legal in the state, right? All right.
Shit, who knows?
Nah, but I mean, honestly, Uzi's crazy, but his performance was good too, man. He brought out some of the beginning classics. He's got like a new tape or a new album or something like that. I'm
surprised he didn't perform none of the songs he had with Future.
That's the one thing I was a little disappointed at. I really was expecting
like drinking and smoking and all of them joints.
Yeah, I was expecting that, and
that would have been a vibe for sure.
But you know, he came out with Janko jeans. You know,
oh, he did.
Yeah, it was some crazy Janko jeans jacket, I believe, and then he had the spikes going. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But like he performed, and like I said, Future came in right after him, so I really thought they were gonna kind of collab and do that. But he did a really good job, and like I said, he probably had 100 bodies, you know, passed out, getting taken out just off of him too. But Ski Mask really set off that energy, and that energy for them. And realistically, honestly, if just from watching his performance, he's probably a closer.
Ski Mask?
Yeah, he's probably a closer. Just from crowd reaction.
It's hard because he's not big enough to be a closer.
I thought the same thing until I got to see the crowd do its thing with him. And then how many bodies were out? Like, I'm talking about, I wish I could show y'all, but just think about Manny Pacquiao 200 times. You know what I'm saying? Just ragdoll body, everything like that, limbs out. And then, you know what I've noticed when people are about to pass out? There's like this little limp thing going that they do. It's like it's like the right leg looks like it's about to go out, or the left leg, and it's like and then they start slowly going to the ground and about to pass out.
Yeah, that's that dehydration.
Yeah, I seen that about 3 to 4 or 5 times where they were walking. It was just like limp, like they could barely. It looked like they could barely put down their like right foot or left foot. It was weird. I was just like, what the hell is going on?
That's that dehydration. Dehydration, heat stroke.
But shout out to some of those cops out there though. I did, and I don't even, but I did see 1 or 2 like run them down, have some water, ice packs, help out a few. I'm like, okay, they ain't all trying to grip them out and just launch them out there. A lot of them did their jobs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them did their jobs. I got to give kudos to that. It felt pretty safe over there. Third day, you had it was
Thursday's usually the chill day, even when you're working.
Yeah. It was a pretty cool. It was pretty cool, actually.
You usually got a lot of stuff, but you got to cover the third day.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, honestly, if it came down to just covering it in 2 days, it could. But we got a lot of little drops, interviews, things like that. Shout out to No Cap, shout out to like Dream Doll, shout out to Trapland Pat, things like that. We got some decent ones. Currency was out there, got some merch out from him. You know what I mean? He's with Packwoods, which I guess that's news to me.
Everybody got something going with Packwoods.
Yeah, I mean, they gave him a whole little race car, Jet Life merch and everything like that. So, I mean, it was a nice little time. It was a nice little vibe. And, it was mostly just a wrap-up day. Kendrick brought out both of his cousin, brought out Keem and also brought out Kodak as well. Kodak performed shortly before him, and before Kendrick, and in between Kodak was Lil Baby.
Okay.
Yeah, that was and it was a nice little way to set it off. They had a lot of artists that was out there and shit like that, but. Got to see
push that nigga on me like
there is people I did miss. I did get to quickly talk to Zaytoven for a brief second because back in the day,
catching up on old times.
Yeah, got to go to his crib back in the day, play some ball, shit like that. To the studio. Shout out to Zaytoven. It was really good seeing him. But didn't get to see Gucci, man, on stage because we're wrapping up a few little interviews too, and got a little part in a little indie movie. Let's see if it comes out. It's called Savage Lands. So I signed a little NDA, but we'll see how that goes. You know what I'm saying? See how it goes. It might be a little hood classic. I'm hoping so. Have a small little.
Oh yeah, I forgot you told me that.
Yeah. So got a little small row. Shout out to Connect. Them boys put us on that, and like I said, hopefully that part's in there, and we get to show our ass a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that was a good little time, man. Rolling Loud overall was a fun little time.
Future brought Travis out, right?
He did bring Travis out.
He kind of skirted the whole.
Actually, yeah. All right, let's speak on that.
Yeah,
because
Travis is still kind of blackballed right now.
Yeah, they said the city originally, through the grapevines.
That was what's his name, wasn't it?
Marcus Brown or whatever.
Yeah.
But as far as about Travis Scott, right? They're saying that Rolling Loud couldn't actually book Travis Scott due to the fact that the city or the venue didn't want Travis Scott to be on the bill. So, that tied Rolling Loud's hands due to the fact that, they didn't want negative press or them to be the first ones to bring him back.
Yeah.
Directly. You know what I mean?
In America anyway.
Exactly. I mean, this did happen. The whole Travis thing happened in Houston, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Astroworld.
So realistically, it's kind of an understandable thing, but the workaround was bringing him out as a guest, kind of like bringing out Kanye. So it was almost like a step up. I'm not even going to say it was a step up. It was just a perfect setup. And I did have that as a potential thing of reason potentially why Kanye didn't want to do his set was potentially for Travis. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
It could be because Travis did call him to say, hey, this baby shower's happening over here. Not the baby shower, the kid's birthday joint or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, he was the only real one. So I feel like that for Kanye, he's riding with Travis. That's just
facts.
If there's anybody you called me to come see my seat and everybody's going ghost, but you called me and you said what's up to slide through. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's what's up for shit. For real.
So that is one of my theories of why Kanye also didn't decide to actually do his set. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the venue was like no, and you know they pushed, and it was like nah, we can't have Travis on the set, this and that, because if we have him on the set, it's gonna fuck everything up. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
And it's understandable. But Travis came out there, killed it.
Again, though, I still don't think it's his fault, man.
No, it's not, because I mean, honestly,
you can't blame that on the artist.
No. But I'll say this: a lot more artists right now. Ski Mask did it. Uzi did it. Future, I think, did it. Like. And I want to say more of the legacy act, like not too many people were passed out. There was people passed out for Kodak and a little bit for Lil Baby, but like it's not mosh music, so that mosh music shit, that's the stuff.
That heat, yeah, that'll kill some niggas.
And you know they've been out there all day, so we're talking about 8 or 9 o'clock. They've been out there since 4 o'clock in 90+ degree weather. That's good.
Oh, that's when it started. It started at 4.
Yeah, it started at 4. Most of those
each day.
Yeah,
I remember last time I went, it started at like 11.
Yeah, I want to say there was more people last time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to say the list was longer last time. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it was like the list was like shit, 100 and something fucking artists. Any good new artists like?
Okay, yeah, new artists that we got to run into.
Not gonna lie,
QC has like a few new artists. Glorilla was out there as well. Shout out to CMG.
FREE fuck nigga free.
Shout out to Hit Kid.
Yo, why every girl from Texas sound like that, dog? Every girl from Houston sound like that, dog.
Is she from Houston?
Yeah.
I thought she was Memphis.
Glorilla?
Yeah.
You sure?
I mean, she is signed to Gotti, and I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but he's signing a lot of people that's not from Memphis, and I don't even think he really want to touch Memphis right now. I want to say she from Texas.
Glorilla. Let's see. All right.
What's it saying?
I'm trying to find out right now. Because even Hit Kid is from Memphis as well, so. Memphis.
Oh, she's from Memphis?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I mean, when you kind of like listen to it a little bit, yeah. I mean,
I didn't hear her say music or nothing like that.
I mean,
or confused.
I'm pretty sure she curved out a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of hard, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is. But they'll eventually curve it. But I seen her. Had to give a shout out to Dream Doll and that whole having French on the whole goddamn verse of the year, because the ice cream joint.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Let's see, new artists too. There was definitely on Sunday early. They had some new artists like kind of swing around and shit like that. Let's see what other. QC had another one that's like a rock style type of artist. I don't understand why I'm like forgetting his name right now.
A rock?
He's not rock, but he's black. Yeah, he's
like Kid Leroy.
Not black dude though, bigger.
Yeah, but what? Oh, he's a bigger guy.
Yeah, I want to say he's kind of like a Mario Judah, kind of, but harder on the. You know what I'm saying? It's like hard lyrics though. You know what I'm saying? And he was pretty good. Hoosh was out there.
Mario Judah wasn't there.
Judah, Mario. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't there. Gates was out there. There was a few other people that I was surprised I was like performing too. That missed Key Glock, which I'm kind of upset about that. I wish I would have caught him too. I wish I would have caught Gucci. I wish I would have caught Key Glock. I heard SCG was out there, I think. Let's see. Missed Uno. Didn't get to check his shit out, but did see Playboy Cardi first night. That's a lot of pass out people too. Don't get that twisted. That might have been 300 people fucking just zombied out and getting carried out and carted out. Got to see another thing, got to see 3-6 Mafia on the side of the stage and everything like that.
They performed?
Yeah. They had a set over there.
Like with Crunchy Black?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody was there. Full team.
Okay, did Crunchy Black do his dance?
Yeah, I want to say, yeah, he did do it. He did his dance. Come on now, of course. Yeah, I think Gangsta Boo was out there, right?
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. She was out there. They had the whole.
Tear the club up, thugs.
I think Pat was there too. I'm not sure if I seen Pat or not, but I definitely seen Paul. I seen Juice. I seen her, and I seen Crunchy. And then Bun B was there as well. He had his Trill Burgers out there, serving those things up. Free drinks as well. Missed out on those because we were chilling with AB, but chilling in the Loud Club with Nobu food and drinks, that option was always there. We went with that option. But shout out to, I heard the truffle burger was fire. You know what I'm saying? Trill Burgers, so I'm definitely gonna check him out. He's in Texas, so I'm pretty sure.
Texas.
I'm pretty sure picking a good grade of the produce / beef or whatever he got, or even if it's plant based or whatever, he's gonna find it's one of the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all he's got to do is get a good truffle farm or whatever, and he'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like Bun B's gonna be able to push that. So it was Rolling Loud overall, cool time. Not sure if I'm going to take a knee on it again. I might take a knee on it next time, but not sure yet. But it was a good time. I enjoyed it overall. Really, it was because seeing everybody, seeing the new artists come up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we got a lot of young artists out there that's kind of doing their thing. And, like I said, there's a kid named Hoos that met him at not Circle House, Vision House, and he's on stage right now. Was on stage out there killing and doing his thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
So seeing a lot of people grow. From open mics now doing real big stages. You know what I'm saying? And there's Cash. There's this kid named Chow or whatever like that. They got some personality and shit like that. Kid's cool. They got a few people. Got to meet Scody. That was another artist out there.
Okay. Signed
under Randy and shit like that. Cool artist.
It's Scody?
Yeah. Cool artists. There's a bunch of cool artists out there. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. It's just been a lot of artists get thrown your way around those times. Because I'll say even just on the last one, it was like Jack Harlow was thrown at us. There was Dirk thrown at us. There was all these other artists, 10K Cash, Take Keith, you know what I'm saying? All these artists just thrown at us. This time there was a decent amount of artists, and shout out to Steve too. He was working the Spotify whole interview tent. Academics was doing interviews. Speedy was doing the interviews
with Spotify.
Yeah, and Rap Caviar as well. They were doing interviews. Shout out to the Revolt team too. Got to meet them as well. 99 Jams was out there. They had a decent amount of sponsors and people out there really representing what was going on in the whole culture and the music, man. I like the fact that they had 3-6 Mafia mixed in with all the new artists. You have your Chinese kitties and your Sukianas, and you have all these girl artists too. There's a lot of female artists too. I'll say that there is a lot of A whole
A
lot
bunch of female artists has been coming up.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch now. So like that was cool to see though. It was fun to really go ahead and really tap in with the culture like that. You know what I'm saying? It was fun.
You got to do it every now and again.
Oh yeah. It's like the pool. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta, even if you got one in your backyard, you throw chlorine all the time. You might not really swim in it, but like only 2 times a year, and it is what it is. We got to start swimming.
Every now and again. Dip your toe in the water.
That part. Good times, man.
Yeah, man. You been watching? You been seeing what's been going on in sports?
Been dabbling.
Yeah.
Been dabbling here and there.
KD's still on the Nets.
Yeah, I think he's gonna end up staying there. Like at least for the until all those new contracts that they just got signed can actually start getting moved around. That's one.
Yeah.
2, that Rudy Gobert trade kind of changed everything.
Yeah, that Rudy Gobert trade was, woo.
Once they did that trade, it kind of just
Yeah, we were talking about it. We were talking about it before.
Yeah, so
we were talking about it before. What do you think about that?
And I think the Nets could be good this year. I'm just not sure. Like, remember, Harden is his friend, so like.
What do you think about the whatchamacallit though? That trade proposal they were talking about to Boston.
Jaylen Brown, a few picks, and Derek
White.
Derek White.
And then they said they wanted Marcus Smart too, and I think Robert Williams.
I mean, to add all 3 of them, that's well. You still.
I want to know why. And Jalen responded. You know, he ain't too happy. And it got leaked. So there's that. But I don't like. I was talking to you about it earlier, man. I don't know why they would want to trade Jalen. Like, you trade Jalen, right, because of what the league, how the league views him. You got to trade a bunch of people and a bunch of assets. Why not trade Tatum?
You could probably keep your team together if you keep Brown and trade Tatum for sure.
Yeah, like I don't think.
But
when KD was 23 versus LeBron, he averaged 30.
I would say to try to keep one of the other guys.
At 24, Jason Tatum barely averaged 23 points. Maybe it was 21. Versus Steph.
I'm trying to think here, right?
I don't know if that's more saying that Steph is just that much better. A Steph-led team is better than a LeBron-led team. I don't know. That's just me. But that's not what we're talking about.
No, we're talking about KD, right?
Yeah, why not trade for Tatum? I don't think Jason Tatum's going to get significantly better.
I mean,
I just don't.
All right, look, Tatum played well in the beginning of the playoffs, right?
And I'm light-skinned. Yeah, he played decent.
No, he played well. Like, he was closing games. He had great stats and shit like that.
Not every game.
There was a point where you say, damn, all right, maybe I was wrong about Tatum. It was just the finals is where it kind of brought back your whole expectation of him, right? Now, he is so far the more quote-unquote marketable, not artist, but basketball player. I think Brown is really good. He just turns over the ball a little bit more than my liking, but it's not like Westbrook level or anything like that. It's just, oh, damn, you lost the ball? You know what I'm saying? Like one of those kind of things. It's not like off of him making a horrible pass. He does it every so often, but I think with him and KD, they can play and win. If it was just the Derek White trade and Brown, I would say if there's a way that they could trade about 5 first-round picks or something like that so you can keep the other guys, you do it. If not, you try to give up Marcus Smart and then keep. I would still want my big man because even though I like having Horford in there, you still need a shot blocker. KD will get you some shot blocking, but Robert locks you in with that shot blocking. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's just a lot safer. And Him and Tatum would be really good, but I think him and Brown would be just the same thing.
I think him and Brown would be better, personally.
Well, it would put more of a definitive role of saying, like you were talking about, that he's like more willing to be a number two. You know what I'm saying?
I don't necessarily think he'd be more willing to be a number two, but it'd be.
It's an easier sell.
It's easier sell, right?
Than trying to convince a number one that was being propped to be number one to be a number two now.
Yeah, it's just like they were talking about the Clippers trading Paul George, Terrence Mann, David Boston Jr., and 3 first-round picks for Kawhi. I mean, for KD. Mm-hmm. And then I say, why not just trade Kawhi for KD? Paul George knows how to be a number two.
I mean,
he is comfortable in that role.
Ever since going to OKC, yeah, you're right. He literally was giving.
He could be a number one if he needs to be, but he knows how to be a number two, kind of like Klay.
Yeah, I think if he never got injured, he could be a number one though.
Yeah,
I think that injury took off a little bit, of course, but. He's still way more skilled than a lot of people. So him being a number two.
Paul George is nice.
He definitely could be a number two.
But yeah, I trade Kawhi. Kawhi.
Only problem with Kawhi
at this point, his body is unreliable. But so is KD. So I think it's a like for like.
Yeah, but KD still in the last 3 years has probably played more games, right?
Yeah, it's debatable. KD's only played 90 games since he's been on the Nets. So, how many years has he been on the Nets? 3?
3. I mean, he missed the whole season.
So Kawhi just missed the whole season.
Yeah, but even when Kawhi was playing, he was missing a lot.
And so was KD.
Not as much.
Nigga, 90 games in 3 seasons. If KD missed a whole year, that means he averaging 45 games in an 82-game schedule.
But just think about this. When's the last time you feel like you've seen Kawhi play in a playoff? At least you remember Kevin Durant's toe, and you also remember him getting swept out this last.
Yeah, but then Kawhi tore his ACL the playoffs before that, the shortened season, and this is the time he took off. It just seems that way, but
seems like I haven't seen him play in forever. You know what I'm saying?
You saw him play a year and a half ago.
That's a pretty long time ago.
The short season, the 72-game season. Or the 70-game season.
Yeah, he played a little bit of that and got what? Did they lose to Luka or something like that? Or it was close to it?
He tore his ACL. Nah, they came back and beat Luka.
Yeah, that did happen.
I think he tore his ACL in that game, in that series.
Yeah, it did happen. That did happen. But yeah, that was like the last time you seen him. It just feels like it's been a very long time. So I don't know. That's a hard sell to say, hey man, somebody that's been sitting out for a year and a half. You know,
what do you think the Nets did when they got KD? They got him when he was still hurt.
Yeah, but you're not going to trade.
And it was a trade.
Yeah, but you're not going to trade KD, who's currently healthy, for somebody that you're not sure he's starting the season.
Kawhi is starting the season.
That's easy to say, but is he? Do you know if he's going to have what was it, ankle or knee injury or whatever?
It's ACL.
ACL. So do you know if he's not going to have like water in his knee or knee swelling and stuff like that?
You know this nigga Kawhi took extra time off, dog. Nigga's coming back.
And then minutes restrictions and all that weird stuff.
KD still got a minute restriction. What are you talking about?
Nah, they were playing that man like
KD for Kawhi.
They were playing that man like 40 minutes. I'm just saying, Kawhi's coming with a lot of picks.
Kawhi's coming with a lot of picks? What do you mean?
Yeah, they're going to ask for like 3 first-round picks.
Nah, hell nah.
Guaranteed.
Trade Kawhi for KD straight up.
I wouldn't even do that. I'd still rather take Tatum or Brown rather than a hurt KD straight up for Kawhi. Then, like, I wouldn't even consider the Clippers if that's.
I would. That's the better trade, honestly. Is I mean, for Boston, and probably the better trade would be Jason Tatum and some picks, and maybe throwing an end of the bench guy for KD. But the best situation, I think, might be KD with Paul George, still having Terrence Mann, Ty Lue coaching. I think that would be the better situation. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that might be the best situation for KD, and he'd be in LA. I don't think he want to be. I think he's probably soured on Boston because of what happened with Kyrie.
No, that's the part where I don't see him going to Boston. But when Boston said they threw their name in the, their name in the hat or whatever,
said the last people left is the Heat. They're the only people left still trying to do something. But Jimmy and Bam are out of the question.
Yeah, so honestly, yeah, you're probably not trading any of those two. You're probably trying to make a big three off top for 1, 2. The issue is them having Ben Simmons really takes Bam off the picture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, are you going to trade KD for Jimmy Butler, or are you going to just say, F it, we're going to get some young guys and try to build back and get back to where we need to be and build the Nets how we had Karis LeVert, we had freaking D'Angelo, we had all these young players.
If I'm the Heat,
Jared Allen.
If I'm the Heat, I'm trading Bam and some picks for what's his name, for Donovan, and only a couple of picks too, because Bam's all-star, max rookie contract. So boom, boom, like for like, right?
That could be possible. They could possibly do that.
Then, or I'm trading like Bam and like Gabe, what's his name?
Gabe Vincent
and that other white guy. I can't remember his name. The Strus. Right?
Max Strus.
For Donovan Mitchell. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna trade Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Kyle Lowry for KD with a bunch of picks. And now I have a mega ultra team.
I mean, it could happen.
Jimmy, Donovan, KD. Run it.
Yeah, that's not a bad team.
Y'all winning 2 out of 3. Y'all versus Golden State the next 3 years.
No, that's not a bad team at all. I ain't even going to hold you. Like, that team should be able to do something. I'm not sure about
and I just came up with that one live. It's not even something I've been thinking of.
But like you said, it just all depends on. The Nets need to already have the trade set up for Ben Simmons, though. You get what I'm saying? That's the only hiccup in that trade.
Where? Why?
Where is Bam going?
Bam's going to wherever the fuck.
Say
Donovan,
Utah, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Max contract for max rookie contract.
So who was KD getting traded for? It was
Kyle Lowry.
Who else?
The Great White Hope. Duncan and
Tyler
Hero and a bunch of picks.
3-guard set plus a bunch of picks.
You got an ascending Tyler Hero, another shooter.
Now, let me ask you, right? If you're the Nets GM, out of all these players, do you care for that package, or do you care for like a package like what Boston has? Because you do have the rights.
But Boston ain't gonna give you all that you want.
You sure?
Yeah. Boston said nah. when they asked for Marcus Smart and whatever else they wanted to add on to it.
But what I mean is when I'm talking about that is Jaylen Brown. Let's just go with the original trade, right? Jaylen Brown, Derek White. Are those guys better than the package
No.
with the Heat?
No. Not Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. And
not as a whole culmination. Obviously, somebody else has to get thrown in. So maybe Marcus Smart eventually gets thrown in. But I haven't heard them talking about Robert Williams because I feel like even though it's a nice squad, I think Robert Williams gives them that crazy paint protection that you really can't count for. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were to lose Marcus Smart, you at least have a shot blocker to deter you to miss the layup. And if Brogdon is healthy, he should do a decent enough job not to copy Marcus Smart, but he's going to be, in the neighborhood of just being a good defender. So he won't get blow by a lot. The other guards and Jaylen Brown and Tatum, they can play both ways. So they're like one of the best duos that play two-way, as they say. So I don't know. I mean, then you have a big shot blocker like that. I think that just works out better. I think actually,
you're saying if Boston says, yeah, we'll give you everything that you want, that's what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying if even with the trade of trading Marcus Smart in that trade just to make it go down, right? Let's just say it's Marcus Smart, Derek White, and Jaylen Brown.
No, they don't want. I don't think they want Derek White. I think they want Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and Robert Williams, and like 3 or 5 picks.
It's kind of tough, but if it's the Grant Williams, I'll give you that. I'm not giving up Robert Williams, so I'll give up Grant though.
Nah, they want Rob. They want Time Lord.
Yeah, Time Lord staying. Only because you don't have to go look for another big man after you make that trade. Like you still need some form of shot blocking, or unless they trade Time Lord and give you Claxton or some shit. But even then, Claxton ain't Time Lord. And then you would have to face.
Claxton's nice though.
He's nice though. He could finish plays.
He's nice.
He can finish plays and
he's
make blocks.
He's a little slight.
Yeah, and Williams to me is a better help defender overall.
Yeah, well, he's a better defender in general.
That's why I like Williams.
Bigger body.
That's why I overall like Williams. Like his game is like really good overall, just for the team. Like just somebody that could just go get it, catch a lob, block the shit. It's just better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Ain't nothing really else. Oh, the Russ situation. Sports, right? The Russ situation.
Darvin Ham versus Russell
I think they all
Westbrook.
turning on him now.
Yeah. I mean, you heard the reports that LeBron doesn't like the
LeBron's
roster.
done
Right?
with Darvin Ham was on Up in Smoke saying like, yo, if you don't want to be on the Lakers, not directly to Russ, but just saying, yeah, we don't want anybody that's unsure about being a Laker. His agent left. His agent left him.
Yeah.
So it's not looking good.
Yeah, I think he's at his delusional point right now. It's looking a lot like Carmelo Anthony when he first got to Oklahoma City.
What you mean?
You remember when AOP, they say they want me to come off the bench.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I don't think that's comparable.
I think
It's
it is.
It's a different situation. Niggas is like, yo, we done with Russ.
No, I
don't think they were like, yo, we're done with Carmelo. He played.
I'm not saying he did play, but they originally how the team was looking, they were like, yo, it'd just be better if he came off the bench, this and that. He wasn't having that.
Yeah, I remember that. But they not asking Russ to come off the bench.
I think, honestly, overall, they much rather. Yo, you come off the bench. From the beginning, they were already, like, I'm talking about the year before with Frank.
You gonna have $47 million come off the bench? That's not happening, bro.
That's exactly why. But I'm just saying he would be. It honestly might serve him better if he did, but he would need a lot of minutes, just not to play with LeBron.
I don't think he's getting it. I don't think.
You see what I'm saying?
I will say that he might get Carmelo'd after this. Like, I don't think he's gonna get picked up anytime soon.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna get Carmelo if he doesn't. If he doesn't play well this year, it's over. Like, it's pretty much just sayonara on this one because it's just gonna be tough overall. Like, he doesn't have.
He's looking like a difficult kind of prima donna-ish. He's looking kind of bad. I'm not even gonna front.
Yeah, I mean, the reports is that you can't talk to a man, you know, not to tell on himself, but to talk about himself in that certain way to, you know what I'm saying, to like kind of give up the beans on it, bro. But like, he just looks like a hard-headed dude.
Beyond hard-headed, and he's like a multi-millionaire with a few $100 million in the bank.
It's a tough sell, man. Like, this dude literally has had a triple-double for 3 years straight. People could undermine it, anything like that, but he has a huge thing to stand on that says Oscar Robertson was the only person before that, and you can't name another person before that. It's tough.
Facts.
So,
big facts.
So that's tough to talk to somebody that's done those things, whether you say it's manufactured or not. So it's going to be a long road. It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Donovan to the Knicks. It was a pipe dream for about 2 years. Pause.
Donovan to the Knicks.
It's looking like it's coming to reality. The Heat still have an opportunity if they do what I say, but
Donovan. I think. I mean, Donovan is a legend. Hopefully, Wade is over there just trying to, you know what I'm saying, do his Jeter move.
I don't know. I don't see. Here's the thing. I don't know if watch.